Hey everyone, Shabby here, and welcome back to another random match here on WWE 2K18. This one then has been suggested by Uchenna Ekwe, who I may have been butchering your name for the last 2 years, or getting it right, I'm not sure, but there we go. It is suggested Desmond Xavier versus Shinsuke Nakamura, which is going to be an interesting concept. We've got the pace of Desmond Xavier versus the striking ability of Shinsuke Nakamura. It reminds me a little bit of the Nakamura versus Kota Ibushi match from Wrestle Kingdom a couple of years ago. But I think it's going to be pretty good, this one. It's going to be, say you've got the pace of Desmond Xavier and the agility, but you've just got that knowledge that at any second Nakamura could just swing a knee and just take you out. Simple as, if you create a lot of pace and you run towards Nakamura with speed, you're just going to hit that knee even harder than you wanted to be honest. So I feel like on paper you'd expect Shinsuke Nakamura to win this one, but you never know. Stranger things have happened. I do like this Desmond Xavier core, because we're using it quite a lot in our current universe mode at Adrenaline, but the one issue I do have with it is the hair. It's a bit weird. That sort of black mass in the forehead is just a bit weird. I can tell they've tried to make the front of the hair longer by the looks of it, but it just doesn't work for me, I don't think. It's alright, it's a bit weird. Here he comes then. The man that should, I'm saying should be main eventing WrestleMania alongside AJ Styles. Now the reason I say should is because there's a very good chance that Vince might decide to put this match on early, just so we can have Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns end the show again like he normally does. But I feel like if WWE have got any brain cells whatsoever, Nakamura versus AJ Styles has to end the night, and it has to be at least a 30 to 40 minute match. Has to be. Otherwise you're not going to get the best out of the two of them. AJ Styles versus Nakamura has the potential to be the best WrestleMania main event of all time. I know it's a bold claim, there has been some pretty good ones in the past, but Nakamura versus AJ Styles could top all of those. And if they're given the opportunity and the time to do it, then I feel like it's going to be an absolute stunner. It has to be. And I'm so glad the first time I've ever watched the Royal Rumble live was such a good one. But to be honest, when we got down to Reigns, Cena and Nakamura as the final three, I knew for a fact Nakamura had won. I knew it. I knew that they'd done it on purpose to make it. They'd essentially used Cena and Reigns as heels at that point in time for Nakamura to get the big pop and the hype for the win. So it was all set. I knew it was going to be good, but I was so happy. So freaking happy when Nakamura won that. Crazily happy. And it'd be interesting to see what happens. I'm not bothered what happens at WrestleMania. I don't care who wins. I feel like Nakamura winning his first main event championship at WrestleMania, or his first championship in general in WWE, at WrestleMania in the main event would be pretty awesome. But I think just that match in general is just going to be incredible, isn't it? So once again, then this match has been suggested by Uchenna Ekwe. Anyone else has any other suggestions for random matches, drop them down in the comment section down below. I'll get them added into the hat. And of course, if yours gets pulled out, it does get a shout out in the process. So make sure you're subscribed as well, because obviously, and if you press the little bell icon, I always forget to tell people this. You probably know anyway. You know YouTube. You press the little bell icon, it gives you an actual notification every time I upload a video, which I know can sometimes be annoying, but it does mean that you'll have the best chance of seeing when your video does get uploaded, because you'll get the notification and you'll be able to see it on my channel as well. So definitely the best way of doing it. But do whatever you want to do. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm not one of these YouTubers that tells you what to do. We're just in it for the shits and giggles, aren't we? Just in it for the shits and giggles. So, Nakamura versus Desmond Xavier. So Desmond Xavier last year won the World X Cup, didn't he, in TNA? Which is a pretty big deal. And Nakamura won, of course, the Royal Rumble, which is a pretty big deal as well. So both these guys are pretty good careers. Pretty good years, should I say. Desmond is probably on his breakout year at the moment. That little bit of time in TNA got himself a bit of exposure on TV, and I think a lot of people, I think the best thing for TNA now, and this is going to sound stupid, but the best thing for TNA now is the fact that WWE are trying to sign so many of their names. Because I think there always used to be this whole thing when a few years back when NXT just opened, that sort of an idea that if you were in TNA, you had no chance of getting to WWE. Now that seems to have changed completely now. So I think it is meaning that people that generally wouldn't have done it, wow, look at that running knee strike to start things off. So people that generally wouldn't have gone to TNA before are now looking at it like, well, this is not actually going to hold me up. This is not going to completely destroy my career going to TNA. Which I think is why they've been able to sign up some big names recently. Brian Cage, whether he's got any ideas going out to WWE, I've got no idea. I would be very surprised if Brian Cage is not on their radar, to be honest. What is Nakamura going to squash him here? No. No, they're not going to squash him this quick, surely. He bloody well is. Wow. That's crazy. See, I was worried coming into this match because I was a little bit worried. I thought I should probably drop Desmond Xavier down a little bit because Desmond Xavier is currently 83 on this game and Nakamura is 89. I cannot believe there's been a squash on such a short amount of time, but then again, that's probably quite a realistic result in fairness. If these two did meet at this point in time in their career, then Desmond probably would squash out to Nakamura, but that is crazy. I'll tell you what we're going to do though. It's a bit too short of a video for me. I'm not happy uploading that because the majority of this video has just been Nakamura's entrance. So what we're going to do is let's restart the match. We'll class Nakamura as the winner, but I want to get another match where we get some better length to it. So let's give it another go. Come on, let's go for it. Uchenna Ekwe wants to see this match. I don't want him to suffer with a dodgy squash. Plus, I'm interested in this match. It's got a dynamic that we don't often see. This sort of high flyer against Nakamura, which is what I really want to see more of. I think it'd be pretty interesting because Nakamura so far hasn't worked against some of the best people in WWE. He spent a long time against Baron Corbin, which is difficult for him because Baron Corbin's a very different type of wrestler. What's Baron Corbin doing now? He seems to have become very anonymous recently. We were convinced he was on a mega push, weren't we? And he just seems to have just disappeared. He wasn't in the Rumble, was he either? Oh, strange. Very strange. Yeah, he had the Baron Corbin run. He had the Ziggler run actually, which was probably the closest to this. But now, of course, the AJ Styles run is really going to be the top, isn't it? That's what we're all looking forward to seeing. Nice jumping moonsault there by Desmond Xavier. Now springboard frog splash on Nakamura. Nakamura almost rolled out the way, so I think both guys got a bit of a hit from that. Be interesting to see as well as if they go into WrestleMania with Bobby Roode as the champion. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? You think of Bobby Roode as the champion on SmackDown, AJ Styles as the main event champion. You're going in with like two former TNA guys as champion, which is just shows that the talent that TNA got and created in the early to mid 2000s was outstanding. It's just this day and age are struggling. Instead of creating new champions, which they did in the past with the likes of Eddie Edwards, EC3 was a pretty good one as well, but now they've sort of relied on a lot of big names bringing them in. But they can create the talent, well, they used to be able to create the talent. Be interested to see if they can pull it off again in the future. Nakamura up on the middle rope, went for the missile dropkick, but Desmond Xavier managed to duck it. Nakamura sent into the corner by Xavier. But Nakamura fighting back with boot across the chest. Went for a kick once again, but Xavier avoids it. Now into a German suplex to Nakamura into the corner. Xavier's now up on the middle rope. He's making a much more of a fight in this second match, Desmond Xavier. And nice catches him with that tornado DDT. Xavier. Oh, up onto Nakamura. Now flicks him into the ropes. And a 619 by Desmond Xavier to Nakamura for springboard splashing him as well. Desmond Xavier here is in control of Nakamura. Rolling Thunder. Desmond Xavier now heading up to the top rope. Oh, I went for the spiral tap, but Nakamura rolled out the way. Nakamura now back up on his feet. Into a regal plex on Desmond Xavier. Nakamura now stalking Xavier. There's the boot in the gut, followed up by the Kinshasa. Oh no! Went for the Kinshasa, but Desmond Xavier reversed it. Xavier now dropping an elbow right to the inside the knee of Nakamura, heading back up top. Is he going to look for that again? Yes, the spiral tap. He does hit it this time. Xavier drops into the pin. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Well, it looks like we may have just got ourselves into an impromptu best 2 out of 3 falls match, haven't we? I'm afraid it's going to have to happen, isn't it? A win for Nakamura in a squash. A win for Desmond Xavier. I feel like we need to squeeze one more out of this, you know. This has been a great win here for Desmond Xavier. Wasn't expecting him to get the victory. Even when we replayed it, I still thought that Nakamura would probably dominate, but there was the first spiral tap which was missed. And hooked into the regal plex. It was this reversal to the Kinshasa, which we're not going to see. But the reversal into the Kinshasa, which really took Nakamura out, and Desmond was able to hit the spiral tap. So, let's go one more time then, people. Let's go one more freaking time. There you go, Chenna. You're getting your random match 3 times rather than just once. Not very often people get this sort of service, is it? Straight away the suplex then by Nakamura. You watch him squash him again now. Nakamura bringing Desmond up to a kneeling base. Desmond fighting back with that right hand. And a knee in the face. Desmond fighting back though. Oh, gets caught with a clothesline. Nakamura just needs to be one step ahead of Desmond Xavier in this third bout. Nakamura bringing Xavier back up to his feet. Run the back into a German suplex. Fold him in half. It's one of those stiff Japanese Germans. They fold you on the back of your head. Oh, running knee strike right in the gut. Oh, a knee right on the side of the face there by Nakamura once again, bringing Xavier back up to his feet. Hoist him up on his shoulders, but Xavier slid free into the reverse DDT. And Desmond Xavier does take control here and there, doesn't he? Xavier rolling to the outside now, knowing he needs a couple of seconds to relax. Calm himself down. Nakamura blocking him off. Catching Xavier. Into the corner he goes, but Desmond Xavier once again jumping up. Over the top, but Nakamura catches him with a German suplex into the turnbuckle. And Nakamura once again taking control of the fight. Up on that middle rope, stalking Desmond Xavier. Went for the missile drop kick, but missed. Big high angle backdrop there by Desmond Xavier on Shinsuke Nakamura. And Desmond Xavier just doing so much better than I thought he would do in these matches, you know. Like I said, Nakamura is rated a chunk higher. He's rated 89. But just the resilience here of Desmond Xavier and the just ability to fight back over and over again just seems to have him in control of this match. And again, he hooks him on that rope just like we saw in the second bout, looking for the 619 and hits it. Wow. There we go. Now Xavier heading up top. Just like last time, spiral tap but missed it. Nakamura able to roll out the way. And into the flatliner. Nakamura bringing Xavier back up into a regal plex. And it looks like Nakamura may be on the edge here of finishing Desmond Xavier off. A boot in the gut, followed up by the Kinshasa. There we go. There's the pin. 1, 2, and 3. And Shinsuke Nakamura does win the 3rd bout, which means that he wins 2 of our 3 matches we've done here today. And there we go. A little bit longer than planned. Uchenna Ekwe getting 3 matches instead of the 1 he suggested. So there we go. This is what Desmond Xavier really showed a great side of him here, though. We've seen him quite a bit, of course, recently in our SW Universe mode. And I dare say we'll see a lot more of him pretty soon as well. But Nakamura is just 1 step ahead of everyone, isn't he? Not just Desmond Xavier. Nakamura is just 1 step ahead of the world, isn't he, really? But there we go then, that is the end of this match. I hope you have enjoyed it. Of course, if you have, then please do hit a like and, of course, subscribe if you want to see some more, or if you want to keep an eye out for your match. Once again, thank you very much to Uchenna Ekwe for this suggestion. Again, if anyone has any other suggestions for random matches you would like to see, then do drop them down in the comment section down below, and I will get them added into the hat, and of course you will get a shout out in the process if your match is picked. I've been Shabby Gamer, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye. The 1, 2, 3.